The fall of Rome. If not a lot of you guys are into history, one of my favorite pieces of history is the 2,000 years of Rome, when it began as a kingdom, turned into not really a democracy, because a lot of the people that ran it were from families of aristocrats, but it still was a democracy nonetheless. Then metamorphosized itself into an empire, into an imperium. One of my favorite pieces of history over 2,000 years. Rome started off small. I think it was his own. I'm not sure if it was either his own country or it originated in Italy somehow. I don't think the first Romans were Italian. I could be wrong. Please correct me. Italian speakers or whoever. But it was either the Romans were Italian, or they set up their kingdom somewhere inside of Italy and just took over. I don't know, something. But what I love about Rome is the wars that was waged to expand the empire, or the civil wars between the generals, the emperors, the governors, prefects, all that, and the demise of it. When the West fall, and then centuries later, the East fell. And that's something I look at when I see United States of America. The USA started off as any other British colony. You get me? You had British colonies in South America, in Canada, in Africa, India. You had British colonies everywhere. You had British colonies in North America, the story we're talking about right now. 13 colonies, right? 13 colonies rebel against the British crown. You get what I'm saying? They needed the French help, of course, because if the French didn't back them, then we'd be talking like the British people right now. I have a roadman accent, or wherever the hell that is. You know what I mean? I have one of those kind of accents. But 13 colonies broke up. They started expanding south. Napoleon Bonaparte in his European war sold a third of Louisiana to the United States to fund his wars, which he lost. He should have kept that territory so he can leave, so he can leave to go there, but that didn't happen, right? U.S. did that. U.S. started colonizing small islands. You know what I'm saying? They wouldn't mess around with big powers. They tried to invade Canada. They failed. Mexico owns Texas and a large part of the Southwest, and they lose that to the United States, manifest destiny. There's no issues on the borders, but look where it is right now, man. Look at the USA right now. The USA is people. You got people on the right that would say, excuse me, because I just ate some ice cream and my throat is starting to feel sore from all this damn talking. The people on the right side, the Republican side, the conservative side, would say that the USA is in shambles, it's cracked, it's falling apart. People on the left would say that those people are crazy, they're tripping, ain't nothing going on. What do I say? What do I think? I think Rome reflects the United States of America. You get me? Now, only difference is the United States is really lucky to be where it's positioned. You have a nation to the north that's relatively peaceful. It's a huge country, but they're peaceful. They don't want war. And you have weak countries in the very south. No offense to my Mexican brothers, man, but you got weak nations to the south. You know what I'm saying? Going even back to the 1700s. Because Mexico, or even before that, because Mexico is getting dominated by the Spanish with Cortez, then Napoleon Bonaparte's emperor, you know what I'm saying, his puppet emperor in Mexico. They were getting dominated by everyone. You know what I'm saying? Civil wars. Then they got a whole problem with cartels, and South America weak too. I don't even need to go in detail. But the United States of America, the citizens, us, the government, our politicians, then we have been relatively blessed to not be in Europe or Asia, where there's borders everywhere. USA has 2 borders. You get me? But I wanted to make mention or correlate the two, because USA is starting to turn into Rome, bro. Like, let's be honest. It's starting to turn into Rome. I say, going back to the left blaming the right and the right blaming the left, is that the USA is about to crack, man. It's just the truth. It's about to crack. You got people flooding in the border from the south. You know what I'm saying? Typically, it's just Mexicans or other Central Americans, and I ain't like these other people, these conservatives or whoever, pretty like, get them out of our country. They're taking our jobs. If you're saying they're taking our jobs, you a lazy bitch. You a lazy motherfucker, because you ain't even doing nothing to get your job, bitch. So even though illegal immigration is wrong, me personally, I never cared, because it's like United States of America is making it hard for people to come into the country if they're not from Europe or a developing country in Asia. You know what I'm saying? Africa is different, but they're making it really hard for the Latins. You know what I'm saying? They're making it super hard. They're not updating shit. They're making it hard as hell for them to get in. And these people got to deal with a poor ass government. Well, their government's not really poor, but a corrupt ass government, and cartels out here chopping motherfuckers' heads off like it's goddamn Genghis Khan raiding a fucking village centuries ago. You got these motherfucking Mexican cartels thinking they Genghis Khan in this bitch. They Mongolians. And now it's just getting a lot worse, man. You got people from all over the world have been coming, but ever since Biden has become president, they're just pouring in from everywhere. They had a motherfucker say, "You will remember my name." Bitch ass nigga, I don't want to remember your name. I'm pretty sure the CIA got his ass. But you got motherfuckers out here talking about stuff. We will, like, bro. And you got all these Chinese people coming in too, bro. And it's just crazy, man. It's like these politicians are reflective of Rome. That's how Rome fell. Corruption. People say, oh, the Germans. People say the Germanic tribes had invaded Rome. Sure. People say that the Huns invaded Rome and destroyed it. Sure. People say that, French tribes, armies like the Caliphate, the Middle East destroyed it. No. Upmost and foremost, what destroyed Rome was the corruption of the politicians. And our politics are absolute retards, man. You got politicians in the Republican Party acting boisterous and like clowns. You got politicians in the Democratic Party trying to send, well, they got a Republican guy trying to send money too. I'm gonna make a video on this motherfucker. But you got politicians on the Democratic side allowing all this kind of abortion and sending billions of dollars to countries losing war. Meanwhile, you got motherfuckers here dying, on fentanyl and crack from China. And it's like our politicians, man. Politicians are clowns. They will let this country fall. They will let the United States of America fall. And the only reason why it's not falling yet is because there has not been any country to challenge us yet. United States of America, we're keeping it honest, and I'm not going after our service members either, because they're the real ones for even getting out there. Shit. We haven't been challenged, man. Who has challenged us? We've been picking at weak ass countries like Iraq, Syria, Afghanistan, picking at weak ass countries in Central America. We've been going after weak ass countries. We have not been trying to fight anybody worth substance. That's the only reason why we haven't cracked. Military, this shit giving me a headache thinking about all this shit. But it's starting to turn into Rome because of the illegal immigration. Let me get back on topic, man. You got these people from all over the world, man. New York was so fucking stupid. The governor and the mayor, they were so stupid to allow them to come. Because look what's happening. Yeah, police officers can be some fucking bitches, and sometimes they deserve to get their ass whooped. But what about the ones that are not on that fuck shit, man? What about the police officers that are doing their jobs? They're actually following their creeds to protect and serve the community. You got police officers getting jumped by fucking Latinos. It's like, what the fuck is going on? Texas, man, shit crazy, bro. Rome, like, United States of America is literally becoming Rome, bro. I feel like in the next 50 years, the United States of America is not even going to be the most powerful country in the world. People boast about our military. Like, who's even trying to join the U.S. military right now? I don't mind joining it. I'm going to see about it, once I start losing this fat and able to do push-ups consistently and pay off this ticket. But who the fuck wants to join? Let's get it.